Hello, and you're very welcome to episode 5 in this 16-week series. 16-week plan leading up to the Wizz Air Marathon in April 6th. We're 11 weeks out now at this stage. It's getting real, and but we're going along very nicely. This week has been a great week training. Another solid week building on last week's. And this week we're going to go into some of the sessions that we've done and a little bit of a difference between heart rate monitors and watches and all the rest of it. But listen, we'll kick off and we'll get straight into it. So let's kick it off. Monday. It's usually a rest day for me, and this week was no different. I normally go to the gym on a Wednesday and do a strength session, but I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. This Monday, I was absolutely bet. I woke up, I was shagged. The body just felt tired, and I found the day I was battling with myself. Should I, would I, will I? And I didn't in the end. And I just made the decision. I called it about 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock. I said, I think I went even back for a nap even in the afternoon. The body was just tired, and I decided, you know what? I'd lash anybody else if they told me they were in the same situation and they didn't listen to their body. So I took a leaf out of the book and I took the day, and I was glad I did in the end. It's not always easy, but I did, and I took it out. The rest of the week worked out a treat for me, so I got the benefit of it, Tuesday we kicked on, and it was 6 miles, just very easy, just recovering from the weekend, and I felt I really needed the extra day. I'm liking these, since I tweaked it, this conventional thing that in running all my life, we done a session on a Tuesday, we done a session on a Thursday, and I always done it that way. As I'm getting a bit older and everything else, I just feel I can't handle it, I'm not getting the benefit training so close together. So that's the good thing in this block that I've tweaked, and I do my training session on a Wednesday. I like that 6 miles easy on a Tuesday. Just get it done. I don't do any major pace. I just get it done. 8-minute miles, I was happy as Larry. Ready to go for Wednesday. Wednesday session, we'll come under mental wins. I done 8 by 1k on Wednesday morning up in Santry at the back of the park. Went very well. The second half better than the first, which is always a great sign. First half it was in the pitch dark. I don't know whether that has something to do with it, I don't know. But first half of the session was in the pitch dark. Second half was getting bright and everything else. So the times really improved. And the fact that I was a little bit nervous pushing her up to the 8, doing an extra 2. I was doing a 2-minute recovery. I'll put the session up alongside it here so you'll get to see it. But they were all down around, I think the last 4 were all under 6 10-minute miles. So that pace, you know what I mean? So very good, and I was solid. The legs were fine. I'd recovered from the weekend. I felt the engine was perfect. I had a mantra all day doing the session, and my mantra for the whole blooming morning was calm and controlled. Calm and controlled, and I kept saying that to myself all the way around, and it absolutely worked the treat for me. Thursday was a great day. I met a good mate of mine, Reese Morn. He's been a client of mine for the last couple of years, and it was Reese's 1000th day sober and clean. And to mark that, he ran 60k Thursday morning. An unbelievable blooming achievement for the chap. And it was an absolute pleasure to go over to the park and run 20k with him. It was more than I planned on doing. I only planned on doing a lap with him. But when you're there and everything else, you get carried around. We were running very easy. And as a benefit of it, I got to take the Friday off. So it was a win-win. It was very easy running. But the occasion itself, celebrating with Reese and his friends, a lot of people out of the Inner City Running Club. It was an absolutely great day, and I wouldn't have missed it for the world. It was an absolutely super achievement for the chap, and I was so glad to be part of it. And I wish him all the best going forward. And I know he has super things planned for going forward. So I'm looking forward to watching that journey. And as I said, Friday got me the blooming day off as a result of it. So that worked a treat, you know what I mean? Having the day off on the Friday. So Saturday kicked off. We headed off in the camper van Friday afternoon after work, and we headed down the Midlands, Longford direction on the Royal Canal. That's what we're doing. That's our journey at the moment, stopping off and trying to run the whole of the blooming Royal Canal. So we trekked off to Longford. Saturday I got the pyramid session done. You would have seen it on Instagram there on the Saturday. Really good session on the canal. Underfoot conditions wasn't what I would like. It was kind of a light gravelly surface. I'm not really mad on it, but it was what it was. We got it done. Felt I was moving really, really well, even compared with the session last week in Malahide. There was a serious improvement in the time. And I'll put the stats up beside you, the screenshot beside this. I was under 6:10. I was under 6:10 pace for nearly every one of them, you know. So, and under 6 minute miles for quite a few of them. So I was very, very happy. It was an improvement again on last week, and I was absolutely delighted with the session. I won't lie to you. I was bet by the end of it. I was bet. It was a good session. It was probably maybe hardest session so far. But look, these sessions are not going to get any easier. You know, I'm just getting fitter. I'm getting faster, but the sessions won't be any easier. I'll be expecting to go to the death in the 2 sessions that I do every week. So look, that's just the way it is. Embracing it and building on it, you know. Sunday, we got the long run done. Again, on the Royal Canal, we moved on locations. I think we were back, I can't even remember where we were today. Back to Kinnegad direction somewhere. And we got 16 miles done of a long run. It was grand, great conditions. Body felt okay after yesterday's session. Pleasantly tired, but not shagged, you know. You know you're after doing a session the day before, and that's all. We finished very strongly. I kept the pace very, very solid. 8 minute miles for the whole lot. 1 or 2 of the miles was 7:55 or whatever it was. But on average, I think we averaged 8 minute miles, and it was just perfect. I rounded off a fabulous week. I think I managed for the week 53, just over 53 and a half miles this week. A little improvement on last week. Under the 10%, as I said, the magic number. So very, very happy with that. Next week on, we've 1 more week left in this block before the rest week. So, and next week I'm hoping to hit the 55 mark. That'll be a nice little figure to finish off. But no, we got the 16 miles done. Very happy with it. Very steady and ready to build. Looking forward to the rest day tomorrow, of course. So moving on to the strength training. And this section is going to be very, very short. And I'm going to be honest with you. I could sit here and tell you that we've done X, Y, and Z. But this week, I got 0 strength and conditioning done. And like everything else, it's my own blooming fault. I started off the week thinking I had a handy week with work and all the rest of it, and sure, I'll get it done and blah, blah, blah. It didn't turn out to be a handy week in the end. And because I didn't put it in the bloody book, and I didn't pencil it in, and I didn't stick to my plan, it didn't get done. And I found I was chasing my blooming tail. So that's something I learned going forward. It's in the book already next week. Whether next week is busy or not, the sessions go in the book, and when they're in the book, it gets done. So that's my lesson for this week that I learned, you know. Yeah, no strength and conditioning this week. Wasn't happy about it. Nothing I could do now. It's done. We made the decision. We put the plans in process. The process and plan for next week. It will not happen next week. And we move on, you know. Moving on to the nutrition side of things. There's been nothing really new or starting this week in the nutrition. We've hit it down to a T. I've really found that I'm bedding in the nutrition this week. It's working a treat. The tweaks that we made the week before last with the protein powder in the porridge, the protein powder in the yogurt in the evening time, all of that's leading to me feeling a hell of a lot stronger. There hasn't been once in the last couple of weeks since we made the tweak that I've ran and felt a little bit of low on energy. I'm feeling solid. I'm feeling stronger when I'm running. And that's really bedded in this week, and I'm looking forward to carrying that on into the next few weeks. It'll stand to me, you know. So yeah, no major tweaks in the nutrition, but just that we are still counting calories. We're still using MyFitnessPal and all the rest of it, and we're dialed into it, and we're going to stay dialed into it for 16 weeks. That's just the way it is. But no major tweaks, but I am feeling the benefit. So moving on to the mental wins side of things. And this week, well, I'm taking Monday as a mental win. Total day of rest. Listening to the body. When any other time, in any other block, I would have battled ahead. And I didn't. I did get some mobility done and all the rest of it, but I gave the body a rest. And that was a massive day for me. And it turned out for the rest of the week as a massive boost, because I got the benefit out of the session on the Wednesday. I certainly got the benefit out of the session on the Saturday, and I finished off the week stronger. So that's my number one mental win. My second mental win during the week was on the Wednesday, doing the session. I won't lie to you. I tossed and turned about going up to 8 by 1Ks, and it was kind of, the easy side of my brain wanted to stay at 6. I knew I probably had to go up to 8. Looking at the plan and everything else and where I am in the plan, I needed to go to 8. And it was just that little crossover, that hesitancy there that I had. I said, shag it. I put the session into Garmin, and once I pressed run, my session for today was 8 by 1K. I had to do it. And that was my way out of it. I found it great. I got the session done. The session went amazing. I was really, really happy with it. And I was delighted when I came back. Number one, to have got the 8 by 1K. It was a really solid session. I'm on the upward trajectory with it. And the extra couple of miles it gave me as well was very, very handy for the plan. So that was my second mental win. My third mental win of the week was the fact that we went away in the camper van for the weekend, and I didn't throw the doll out with the dishwasher in terms of the nutrition. Yes, we did go out for something to eat and all the rest, but we kept it in within moderation. We were able to bring our own food with us, so we had the same breakfast as we normally would. So that kept it in check. We had the same lunches as we normally would in the camper van. And all right, so we went out for something to eat in the evening time. We never had a rake of pints or anything else. We just had our dinner, enjoyed the blooming night out, enjoyed the blooming thing, and back to the camper van and into the bed, sleep. Great, done. And you really feel the benefit the next day when you're getting up and you're getting out, you're managed to do the runs, you know. So that was a great thing, that the process is there. I'm motivated to keep doing what I'm doing because I know it's working. And that's the beauty of it, you know. I could have easily came back. We could have easily had a heap of blooming points, came back to the camper van as I normally would do, and open a bag of crisps and open the chocolate and just sit there and chill out for the evening. We didn't, and I was delighted with that we didn't, to be honest with you. Oh, don't worry, I'll have me night that I'll treat myself after, you say, the trim 10 miler in a couple of weeks, and I'll sit down and I'll have me packet of crisps and I'll have me chocolate and all the rest of it. But for now, we're going to stick to the plan and keep it going. So just to finish things off, and probably looking forward to next week, we're going to, this week is, there's a little bit of a tweak this week. I'll be doing the 8 by 1000s, but next Saturday I'm going to do a park run at the end of this block. I'll do a park run next Saturday, compare it to a few weeks back there over the Christmas, and see can we get an improvement over. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to getting an improvement over it. I'll finish off the long run and this block next week before I take a rest week and leading into trim. So I'm looking forward to that and cracking on. We're going to keep the nutrition the same. So yeah, we're going to keep the mobility going. I found last week doing the mobility really helped me, no end, and I've seen the benefit of it. So that kind of motivates me to keep blooming doing it, and that's the way I'm finding in this process. When I do stuff and I see the benefit I get from it, it motivates me then to bloom and keep doing it, you know. And I'm going to keep doing it next week. And the way I was just finding any spare few minutes. If a client was 5 minutes late, I went out and done a bit of mobility. If I was sitting in the house in the evening time, I've done a little bit of mobility. All helps and it all works to keep me on track and stops that stiffness and aches and pains coming on. And that's what we're looking forward to. So once again, thanks for watching. If you could like, share, subscribe to the channel, Share it to anybody you know that's doing a marathon program, and they might get some tips and tricks out of it, might help them along on the journey, and that's what we're all about, sharing the information. I look forward to seeing you next week. Take care.